Mic check 1 2 1 2. I'm late, but I'm still great. Don't hate, just wait for me to skate down your way with something brand new to say. What's happening? What's good, y'all? Peace, light, and love. TikTok. While it's just us on here, while it's just me and you on here, TikTok. I appreciate the platform and the opportunity. While it's just us on here, while it's just me and you on here, TikTok. I appreciate the platform and the opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals while using this platform, however many we may connect with on this brand new day. But with that said, TikTok, we're going to use this platform to edify, educate, uplift, might even be a little bit entertaining. What's happening, y'all? Peace, light, love, good energy, good vibration, high energy, high frequency to you. We still got the present. Yeah, I got it on. I said, yeah, I got it on. Yeah, we're going to talk about our stuff. We're going to talk about the stuff today. But before we start talking about the stuff that everybody love to get so much, we're going to talk about the present, man. What's happening? If you can see me, if you can hear me, hey, y'all, consider this your daily reminder. Your daily reminder so that you may remember, re-put back together. Daily reminder so that you may remember, re-put back together who you are. And we do that in what's called the present. It's not a coincidence that this is called the present. Don't get mad at me because you call it Tuesday in veneration of two, the Anglo-Saxon name for Tyre or Tyre, the Norse god of war, or Mars. Tyre was one of the sons of Odin or Woden, where you get Wednesday. So I want to bring your attention to the difference between the perspective and the state of mind of the present versus the state of mind of it being Tuesday. I don't know Tools. I ain't never met Tools. Listen, Tools ain't my God and it ain't his day. That's Tools though, if you want to know what the personification of it looks like, and that is the personification of war and Mars. That's what you're looking at. Every day of the week is named for a different God. And this is a system that you got, this system of time that you are kept in. And this is a system that you got, this system of time that you are kept in. You got it from Rome. But mic check, let me pause, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I go to taking out. Let me pause for a minute before I do any of that. Excuse me. It's the present. It's not a coincidence. Any of that. Excuse me. It's the present. It's not a coincidence that it mean a gift. That mean it's something that we did not earn and we owe nothing for. This is the absolute truth. I don't care what you believe, who you believe in, what you call today, who you worship or praise. It's the present. That's what this is right now. And it's a gift. It's a free gift. Don't owe nothing for it. Went to sleep in the present, woke up to the present. And we experience this present in what's called now. And it's always now. Me personally, objectively, I've never known it not to be now. And I've always been here. Ever since I can remember. Ever since I can remember. Re-put back together. But this present that we got, we put back together. But this present that we got this gift because of the goodness of the giver. That means that it was not contingent upon anything we knew, anything we said right. That means that it was not contingent upon anything we knew, anything we said right, any form, any doctrine we held to. It's not how we got the present. And I personally am thankful that my present, at least, is not contingent upon any of those things. My present came by way of the goodness of the giver of it, who I call mother and father. And regardless of what you believe, who you pray to, and whose name you pray to, and whose religion you practice, everybody that can see and hear me right now came here, God's name you pray to, and whose religion you practice. Everybody that can see and hear me right now came here, got here by way of mother and father. This is absolute truth. I point this out because I'm leading to what I call the trigger warnings. Because, man, I just came off a 7-day ban from going live because what I was saying was labeled as something that it is not. Someone was triggered and took offense before they took understanding. So let me make sure I issue my trigger warnings, and before I get into anything else about showing you in your face where you got Tuesday from, why it is not Tuesday, and it has never been Tuesday, but it has always been the present. This is the truth. But it has always been the present. This is the truth. I speak on these truths, these absolute truths, as a way to be able to connect with everyone that can hear me, regardless of what you call right or wrong. Which lead us into the trigger warning. Trigger warning to you if you think what you believe gets you the authority to determine for others right or wrong, based on your doctrine or your book that you believe in. And because you believe in it and call it right, you get to make that call for other people. Trigger warning to you if you think this is the case. This may not be a safe space for your mind. Trigger warning to you if my stomach growling during the course of this live is going to offend you, but I ain't ate nothing but an apple so far. So, yeah, it's going to offend you, but I ain't ate nothing but an apple so far. So, yeah, it's real right now. But I like to come on an empty stomach anyway. Trigger warning to you if you think the Christian interpretation of the Bible, whatever you call Christian, because there's over 40,000 denominations of the belief system. That's the spots on the beast, by the way. But the trigger warning to you if you think the Christian interpretation is the only way and or the right way to interpret the Bible. This may not be a safe space for your mind. Trigger warning to you if you have not. This may not be a safe space for your mind. Trigger warning to you if you have not begun the process of deconstructing your religious beliefs or feel no need to. I do not know you personally. I have no interest in offending you in any shape, form, or fashion, but your belief systems will be challenged in this space. And just because your belief system happens to be the dominant culture in this society does not give you the authority in this space to determine right or wrong based on your interpretation. Trigger warning to you. If we can read in the Bible about the ethnic genocidal wars in the books of Deuteronomy and Joshua, and you'll say, praise the Lord as they go through Canaan and the Jebusites and the Hittites. But if I should happen to say shit or bitch or fuck, you gonna lose your mind. This is an adult space. This is not a space for children. This is a space of Bible deconstruction, but it is from the perspective of within a culture that has been demonized by the dominant culture. So we look at it like this, and tell me if I'm lying. What you tell us is we can say fuck or shit or bitch or hoe or nigga, but only if it's in the form of entertainment. And if it is not in the form of entertaining the dominant culture, we better not let you say it publicly, freely. But you may have never looked at it like that because you've never been in the space where the dominant culture did not hold sway. And this is why I'm telling you, this may not be a safe space for your mind. And before you take offense, I'm issuing you a trigger warning. Before you get mad at me, when I start telling my people what the term God means and how it really apply to us and our ancestors, trigger warning to you. Listen carefully to what I'm about to say. Trigger warning to you. If you have never opposed images like that being called gods, Thor, Odin, Tools, Luna, Freya, you've never, ever, not once opposed or spoke out on any of these personifications. You've never, ever, not once opposed or spoke out on any of these personifications being called gods. Ever. If you've never spoke out on that, the image of Jesus being called God, Lord and Savior, you never spoke out on that image. But me saying that we are God, that this title applied to us and our ancestors. If this is offensive to you, I'm issuing you a trigger warning right now. Because it don't look like you actually have a problem with people calling themselves gods at all. They don't seem to be the real problem now, is it? Thor been the god of thunder for a long time. You ran rave at the movies with your kids. Never been a problem at the movies with your kids. Never been a problem. Only when we say we are gods and we start acting like we believe it, do you feel the need to get in people's comment section, type, I don't care what your skin color is. If you're a melanated person and you ain't never had nothing to say about Thor and Odin and Luna and Freya, don't you get your ass in this comment section talking about we can't be gods. Don't do it. I don't understand what type of programming that you got into your mind where you can accept every other god but your ancestors. But in this space, we not trying to hear that shit. Not at all. Trigger warning to you. Because this is Tuesday. This is who. Not at all. Trigger warning to you. Because this is Tuesday. This is who you venerate. This is who is being venerated each and every time we say it's Tuesday. Look at it. Do them look like some people that call themselves your slave masters? Do they have a resemblance? Have your slave masters presented themselves to you as gods? Name each and every day of the week after one of them, and they all happen to look like one of them. So what is Tuesday? Which celestial body is being personified on this day? Well, yesterday the moon was being personified. Today it is the celestial body of Mars. Mars is being personified today. The god of war. And this is what we're dealing with. Did you know black used to mean pale? Ham. Ham discovered his father's nakedness. And they say that the black races, African races, come from the descendants of Ham. But the word black, ham meant burnt or scorched, but the word black meant pale up until like fairly recent history. Up until like fairly recent history. Who would benefit from changing the meaning of the word black? Who would benefit from changing the meaning of the word black? Representing the embodiment of color. Black contains all colors. Who would benefit from changing or flipping that description? It's the same people that benefit from presenting themselves to you in the images of gods that you have obviously accepted. Could that be what's going on? Could it be a lot deeper than you understand? When we talk about spiritual warfare, not no spooky shit. It means something people playing on your top, my nigga. They in your mind with it. It's a subconscious sign game. Warfare, not no spooky shit. It means something people playing on your top, my nigga. They in your mind with it. It's a subconscious sign game. Signs and symbols. It's what they hit you with. Constantly. To the point where you don't even realize, you don't even notice no more. You're no longer conscious of them. You're no longer aware of them. Now you're in the dark. Because the awareness, consciousness, knowledge of something, there's light. So they in your face playing with you. But people think it's something spooky because of the way the information was presented to you. And the people that presented you the information are the people who stole it. And they told you what it meant. It's like somebody else telling your story. They don't want you to tell your story. They want to be the one to tell your story for you. You to tell your story. They want to be the one to tell your story for you. That's what's happening. Can't nobody else tell your story for you. Look at the pictures on there. Look at what they call Tuesday. See, so when you get into Bible deconstruction, and why I keep that verse on there and I put KJV, is because I want you to go read that verse that I got. It's a verse sitting in your face. that before you type at me, you should read that verse just like I got it. And then come back and look at Pharaoh means slave master, right? And see, we looking at pictures that resemble your slave master. And that verse is telling you what Moses is to his, or in relation to his slave master. But we are in the Garden of Eden, a garden of pleasure. This is what keep us here. Eden means pleasure. Pleasure, this is what keep us here. Eden means pleasure. But it come at a price to stay, to hang around. What's the price? To hang around and stick around and stay around and keep going around in this garden of pleasure. What is the price? You know what the price is. The body. The body. This is the price. Let's take our time and help you understand what I'm saying to you. You are the light of the world, right? And you, as the light of the world, move in a cyclical fashion as you experience life. Cycle is a circle as you experience life. Cycle is a circle. Did you know that Circe is the root word for church? And church is the body. So we got a light, a body of light that moves around the heaven in a cyclical fashion. To you, you look like this. But to your descendants, you look like what the stars look like to you. When we say God, you saying something spooky, something strange, ethereal, whatever. When we say God, we talking about our ancestors, because this is the us that we are in the likeness and image of. All them stars, soul, let there be light, soul, all them souls, them your ancestors. But you forgot who you were, what you were. You are a son, that was what you are, made in the likeness and image of God, your ancestors. But you forgot you was a son of God, your ancestors, and you end up getting named. Who named you, nigga? You end up getting named. And the people who named you look like these pictures I got right here that represent what you call Tuesday, because you forgot what a day is. Pictures I got right here that represent what you call Tuesday, because you forgot what a day is. Forgot. And now you coming back into remembrance. Forgot. And now you coming back into remembrance of the present that you receive and how you experience this present as now. And because it's always now, then somebody would surely have to be done deceived you into thinking that this always eternal present that you receive is a reward that you must earn. Always eternal present that you receive is a reward that you must earn. You already got it.
Ain't it now? It's you in the prison, right? And you're right. It's the present still. Mic check, make sure we still live. So we just putting it in your face every day so you understand what you call scripture. Talk about this 7-headed beast. So you can look at it, each head. Because this is the time. This is the bond. This is what you are bound by. As long as you are in it and believe it's Tuesday. I'm just pausing. It ain't froze. Ezekiel chapter 28, y'all. Let's look at Tyree. I can't say it, but I'm gonna give you some Bible about your stuff, so we can read about your beliefs. Cause it's Bible deconstruction, and so people always say, "How are you gonna use the Bible to deconstruct people from the Bible?" Because this is the spell. I got the old Bible, so you can understand it's an actual spell book. Like the old spell book you'll see on the Addams Family. Blow the dust off. It's a real spell book. We're going to go to Ezekiel 28 because we looking at Tyre. Somebody spell the pronunciation before I could quit sounding like I ain't got nothing but a 10th grade education. But we finna read about it in Ezekiel anyway. Yeah, because I didn't learn this in no school, no way. How about it? So, and I ain't got my glasses on, so don't judge me. I can read, but hey man, listen, man, don't judge me, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, listen, man, don't judge me, man. You know what I'm saying? While I get it. So we're gonna read about Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28 is dealing with the guy right there, Tyree is the one right here on what would be, if you looking at the screen, your right. The one with the helmet on his head, statue on his head, that's Mars. And they are personifications far as the Anglo-Saxon, Roman, Greek version of the planet Mars. But the name, man, let me see. Hold on. Because I got the name, the meaning, it have a meaning, that name, Tyre. And I think I got it wrote down. So hold on. I think I do. I do a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, me? I did get in here and do a little bit of research in here. Yeah. I do like to sit here and just share revelations and don't call it, but today I just really want you to look at something. I don't think I got it wrote down here. No. Oh yeah, I do got it. It mean rock. Tyre, 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 damn it. It mean rock. And well, let's just read about it. The word of the Lord. I got a pause. Well, let's just read about it. The word of the Lord. I got to pause and educate the people that's just tuning in. Bear with it. So anytime in the Bible where you see the word Lord in all capital letters, I know you used to falling out, losing your minds and spinning all critical thinking because they capitalize all the letters. But that don't make nothing good or God because the letters was capitalized. The meaning It has a meaning. It's a reason that it's done. The reason is because of the name that was given to Moses, the character and the narrative in the burning bush. Well, among the translators and the religious folk, they considered this name as sacred. Sacred is secret. And so it was not repeated. And instead of saying the name that was given to Moses, it was replaced with the word repeated. And instead of saying the name that was given to Moses, it was replaced with the word Lord. But every time you saw it in all caps, it was a replacement of that name. Now, the name is by the scholars called Yahweh or Yahuwah. I'm not here to share with you nothing from no scholar. This is a revelation. It's pronounced you. That's how the 4 letters, the tetragrammaton, that's how it's pronounced. It's not a coincidence that it also means I am. When you pray, absolutely true, do you not say God, Lord, Master, Jesus, Mother, ancestors? I thank you. I ask you. When you go to the temple in prayer, are you making any sound? Can it be heard? So it is only spoken in that sacred space. It cannot be heard. And sacred is secret, remember? So if you know, you know. And if you don't know, it's the Lord. That's how this goes. So you'll see it's a lot of people don't know. They believe. Remember? Belief and knowing are 2 different things. Light is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's what light is. It don't got nothing to do with belief. Belief is just a pretty dressed up form of darkness, a form of ignorance, a way to say, I don't know, but I hope it's true. But that's still not light. Belief is not light. Knowledge is light. Belief is not light. Knowledge is light. But you know, this is the difference between these states, territories, states of mind, states of being, from those that are under the sun, moon, and stars, and those who are in the heavens with their state. Let's read it. The word of the Lord, the I am, the you. I gotta tell you though, what's going on is identity theft. But I'm gonna just read it. I just gotta read it, and we'll get into all the other stuff in a minute. The word of the Lord, the I am, came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus says the Lord God. And when it say, thus says the Lord God, it's in capital L, lowercase O-R-D. What that means is master. It does not have the same meaning as Lord in all caps. Need you to understand this. Because it's spelled exactly the same. I told you was under a spell. It's spelled exactly the same. So the spelling will throw you if you don't know the meaning. You'll be all spooktified calling the day Tuesday and talking snakes and women coming out of men's ribs. Believing it and mad and condemning people to hell for not believing it. But belief is not believing it and mad and condemning people to hell for not believing it. But belief is not knowledge, and it's knowledge that's called light. Let's keep going. Because say, Son of Man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, the prince of the rock. Say unto the prince of the rock. Tyre mean rock. Tyre. Upon this rock, I will build my church. What is the rock that the church is built on? Peter mean rock. What is it built on? Peter's belief. Who do the men say that I, the Son of Man, am? Peter said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. Jesus said, you sure right, and ain't no man reveal this to you but the Father in heaven. And you are Peter, and upon this rock I build my church. And that also deal with the place that they were at too, but that's on the technical side. But on just straight up Bible, it's talking about Peter's belief, Peter's confession, right? Tell me if I'm lying about your doctrine now. I don't want to just make nothing up about it. And that's not really true. And because Peter believed it and people wrote down what Peter believed, and this Paul believed it, people wrote down what Paul believed, and you read it and said you believed it too. In the name of Jesus. Ain't nobody asked you about nothing about what you believe. Ain't nobody asked you to go around determining right or wrong for nobody. Ain't nobody asked you to do none of that. Nobody asked this of you. But here we go. Here we go. Because now that you understand that this belief that you have, since you can't call it knowledge, what's the next best thing? Well, here, we got to call it right. We have to call what we believe right. You can't call it knowledge. It's not. It's a belief. In a report, a written report. Tell me if I'm lying about your belief. Just helping you understand, see it, shed some light on it, so you can see your belief for what it is. I'm not denying nothing about what you claim to believe. We just shedding so the people can actually see it. The whole thing is based on belief, darkness. If you believe something, do you know it? And if knowledge is light, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, this is all contained into the light. And darkness means ignorance, the absence of knowledge. Confusion, the absence of wisdom. You over here believing and calling it right. You in the dark. It's just dressed up and made to feel good. It's called the Garden of Eden. And it's just dressed up and made to feel good. It's called the Garden of Eden. And there is a tree, look at the picture, that you are eating from. Eating from the tree is the type of teaching that you're getting from a family line that you've been eating from. They call themselves your lords. Look at the picture. Who named you, nigga? The Lord. Your master. That's who your gods are. Including the one you worship on Sunday. We're just going to take you day by day and let you see each and every personification of this head of the beast system that you want to pretend it don't exist. That you haven't been caught up under. Talking about it's Tuesday and it ain't never stopped being a present yet. But it's Tuesday. Talking about it's Tuesday and it ain't never stopped being a present yet. But it's Tuesday. You want to type at me about some right and wrong and report my lives because you don't know what a day is. You don't know what always mean. Now you mad at me because it's always now. And bitch, I know what always mean. And you're mad at me because you don't. I appreciate my gift. You running around here talking about the eternal reward on top of the gift you already got. Right on. Bless your heart. Reward on top of the gift you already got. Right on. Bless your heart. Already got. Right on. Bless your heart. Already got. Right on. Bless your heart.
Check 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. If it start repeating itself, that's just the ether, the universe, bringing back what was said. Make sure you didn't miss that. If the internet should just so happen to freeze and come back, that means whatever was just said, you should marinate on that until I come back and get back started. That's just how I choose to see it. And you can catch that if you can. People that rock with me already understand the type of vibe that we on. We was talking about yesterday, man, I gotta run this back for my people. Listen, my people, rock with me, my people, rock with me. So, I shall not want. The I am is my shepherd. I shall not want. When I was talking about this vibe yesterday, I'm gonna bring this vibe back. It's a vibe, and it's a frequency, it's a way that you vibrate when you want in a state of want. And it also implies that you don't have whatever it is we want. If we can approach it from the perspective of once we think of it and envision it, we have it in vision form, and if nothing else, we have it already. And vibrate from this perspective of what we have. And then the work that we do is to manifest from the kingdom into reality, bring down from heaven what we have in our mind. From the kingdom into reality, bring down from heaven what we have in our mind. This is the work that we doing. The vibe is not wanting. The vibe is doing. I already have, and this is what I'm doing to manifest what I have here. Here. I got the vision. I got it. I can see it long as I got the vision and I can see it. I'm moving to, I got it. And remind myself so that I can remember it's always the present. Slowly but surely change how I vibrate. But we also must accept what comes with this vibrating on this level, in this state. Yeah, you gotta come with what come with vibrating on this state. Because there are different states among us now, different states of being. People vibrating from a state or place of want, from a state or place of greed. This is their location. It's where they at. And if that's not where you at, it's gonna show. Even if y'all standing in the same room. Catch it if you can. So let's read about the Prince of the Rock. Who is the Prince of the Rock? You tell me who once said on this rock, I'm gonna build my church.
I'm gonna just take my time. Let's see what else fit. Because thine heart is lifted up, and you have said, I am a God, and they capitalized the G. So what that means is he said he is a God with a capital G, and I guess it's the G that made it disrespectful. It have to be. Because in Exodus chapter 7, verse 1, you can read for yourself what's being said to Moses. But the G is lowercase. But it say it was said to Moses. And right here it say. Man, when you talking, you can't see capital lowercase G's. I don't care what you believe. You hear me? Not when you saying. Not when you being told something. Look at all these gods among you. You just gonna say God and capitalize the G, and that just mean it was the right and good God. I'm showing you two of them that you venerate today. It was the right and good God. I'm showing you two of them that you venerate today. Just because you say God, what they mean? Who you talking about? What are you talking about? I said, when I say God, I'm talking about my ancestors. I don't know what you talking about. Because even among the gods, we see that they have mothers and fathers. So we talking about the Most High. And if we talking about the Most High, we're not talking about the Most High name or Most High title. Ain't no name or title. These are principles. And the Most High that you got is mother and father. Even your gods have mothers and fathers in this realm. Whether it's Jesus, Thor, Tools, Odin, they got mothers and whether it's Jesus, Thor, Tools, Odin, they got mothers and fathers. Your kings, your most powerful, most high authority in this realm have mothers and fathers. So the principle of most high apply to mother and father. That's the us we are in the likeness and image of. So when you get to the book of Revelation, what you start reading about is things that took place before the beginning. I said it's a circle, a cycle. And it just bring everything back full circle. Because once this system fall, what's going to begin is the beginning of a new one. And it's going to be a golden age at first, like the sunrise, brand new baby. Then it's going to be in his infancy, in his childhood, and then it's going to reach full strength. And then it's going to decline. And it's going to be the beginning of a new age. It's going to be a new time of darkness as the sun begins its descent back towards the winter solstice. The season of sunset in life is when you begin to lose awareness of who you are. All bodies operate the same, whether singular or national. That's why you got 5 books of the law, because a body have 5 senses, and the nation is the body. The circle. Back to the rock. Yeah, your pastor been playing patty cake with you, cause he learned this stuff at the Christian college, bless his heart. But he was just in there believing with you. He didn't know nothing. I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. I saw a beast rise out of the sea. Who do the Christians make this claim of? Who they got seated at the right hand? Who they put up there? Is this something look like one of these images? And then stuck him up there? Nah, not in the sky. Stuck him up there. Seated at the right hand. The ego side, the conscious side. He can't get into the subconscious. Not like you want to. But what you conscious of, yeah, they gonna keep him in your face. Let's keep going. And I saw a beast rise out of the sea. We talking about the Prince of the Rock. Tyree, it mean rock in Hebrew. It's also where you get Tuesday. And this is the personification, the one that look like a Marvel character, the paint, not the statue. One that look like the paint, that's the personification of it. Then one, the statue, that's Mars. Mars is the celestial body that's being venerated in the personification of these guys here. I'm just asking you if they look like the people who call themselves your masters or your ancestors, they call themselves your slave masters. Do they look similar? And then that would mean that your slave masters presented images of themselves and their ancestors to you as your gods for you to venerate every day of the week. Whether you were ancestors to you as your gods for you to venerate every day of the week. Whether you were aware of it or not. Whether you agree with it or not. And people get mad at me. Man, they be upset with me. Whether you agree with it or not. And people get mad at me. Man, they be upset with me for saying this type of stuff. I don't know why. They need to stop. I'm gonna show y'all the whole unit in a minute. Next time, if it drop, especially if it try to take my picture down, that just mean it's time for me to blow the picture up and for you to see the whole unit. Because the whole unit is fresh. We're going to talk about the stuff in a minute because people love stuff. I understand. People say, what we going to do when we get out the Matrix? Man, the people in the Matrix still love stuff. They always ordering stuff and want stuff. So it would make sense for us to make stuff. This some of the stuff that we make. It's also, man, we're not trying to sell no merchandise to poor people. We don't want to sell merchandise. You see all these churches in the poorest, in the most rundown of neighborhoods. Neighborhoods don't improve. You run to the poorest neighborhood and you pass your collection plates around among the poor. You do for your church, your congregation, but not that community. Or the people in the congregation. We would rather give clothes to the poor or at least have them at a discount. Give stuff to the poor, at least be able to give stuff to the poor at a discount. And there's a lot of people that say they understand our plight. They understand about Jim Crow and they understand about redlining and they heart really go out to the struggle. We need to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps or whatnot. And I agree. That's how you feel. Now you have yourselves up by our bootstraps or whatnot. And I agree. That's how you feel. Now you have opportunity to put your money where your mouth is and get you some stuff from us. Since you're always ordering stuff and you so supportive of our plight. And you might got some stuff on the way right now. Finna pull up at the door with the Amazon and the FedEx. It's stuff on the way. We got stuff. This some of the stuff that we got. I got this stuff on. I'm just saying, since everybody likes stuff so much, get some stuff from the people. And you can put your money where your mouth is. But this is who the stuff is for the people that just all they looking for is an opportunity in a way to put their money where their mouth is. That's all they want. What better way to do it than with some stuff? Get you some stuff, you know. What better way to do it than with some stuff? Get you some stuff. You know you love stuff. You order stuff every day. Get you some stuff. We got stuff. Yeah, man. We do, it really do. And it look good. I'm gonna show you. Look, our stuff look good. And it's for a cause. People. Peace stand for people. People empowering other people lifts everyone. Yeah, man. I paused and did a touchdown dance. Every time I score one, I'm gonna do a little dance. If you don't want to see me do my touchdown dance, don't watch me in the game. When I score, I'm doing touchdown dance. And yeah, this the people. So it say, look what he say. Yeah, you are a man and not God with the capital G. Though you set your heart as the heart of God, again with the capital G. So what they mean, they talking about the most. Though you set your heart as the heart of God, again with the capital G. So what they mean, they talking about the most high. This person, this character is presenting themselves like they the most high. That's what they feel like in their heart, and that's how they coming. Like they are the most high. Most high. Remember, they done capitalized the G now. Y'all know when the G get capital, boy, that mean business. He said he with the capital G, you understand me? But this is the meaning behind it. But it mean Elohim or the mighty ones. It's a plural term. But let's keep looking, because we're talking about the Lord God. And this is who they call their God with the capital G. All the way back from Abraham. Melchizedek say, I'm, priest of the most high God. And Abram said, I raise my hand to, I'm, priest of the most high God. And Abram said, I raise my hand to the Lord God, most high. And this has been their God ever since. That's why the revelation is coming through the order of Melchizedek. Because Melchizedek is a high priest. High priests in every narrative represent the subconscious mind. And the king represents the conscious mind. It is the high priest that anoint the king. So the order is gonna come from your subconscious. That's what you're gonna get your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from. This is what your consciousness is gonna be anointed with and from your subconscious. That's what's being described with that order. This is the process of things. These are states. He's the king and high priest of Salem. King represent government. Salem is peace. But most high, peace is within. That's Jerusalem. And this is where you rule from. The state of peace, a place of most high point of peace. You gotta be at peace. And to reach that state, the mind must be firm. Firmament. Because the firmament is called heaven. It can't be heaven if you ain't at peace when you go there. That's why it's not called good until the light is put in it. Light is coming from the subconscious. It's where it's coming from, or from the darkness. Sunrise from the dark. Yeah. From the subconscious. It's where it's coming from, or from the darkness. Sunrise from the dark. Yeah. Once again, your pastor been playing patty cake with you. And it's becoming painfully obvious when I look at these people deconstruction lives, and you get in there to hollering about what you believe in, as if you could. Listen, I'm going to keep reading this because it's wonderful. But do you understand when people who have knowledge entertain your belief, it is just that? It's we are entertaining your belief. Now you think and believe because it is the dominant culture that we're doing it because it's automatically right or we have to. But it is purely to entertain you. But it is purely to entertain you. It's nothing you're going to get on here and tell us about your belief that's going to magically turn it into knowledge. It's still going to be your belief. But it's hard for them to really track when you engage them. Very hard for them to track that. But yeah, we will continue to use it for entertainment. We will continue to do so. Behold, you are wiser than Daniel. Daniel means God is my judge, or the judgment of God. Dan is judgment. El is God, short for Elohim. Behold, you are wiser than Daniel. There is no Behold, you are wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from you. With your wisdom and with your understanding, you have gotten you riches and have gotten gold and silver into your treasures. Talking to the prince of the rock. Tyre mean rock. Upon this rock, I will build my church. Is the church very wealthy today? Among the wealthiest of institutions in this realm, are the churches considered some of the wealthiest? Do they have a belief in a person and a God that's the most wise and the most bestest ever that they have placed in called the Most High God, call him the Father and all of this? Is that what they got going? Do he look like one of them pictures? Let's keep reading. Because ain't nobody wiser than Jesus. Right? Right? Oh man, now I'm tripping because I said ain't nobody. What they say about it? Therefore, thus says the Lord God, the Master God, the Master Powers, the Master Mighty Ones, because you have sent your heart as the heart of God with the capital G. So we talking about Most High. Y'all gotta bear with my reading too. Don't judge me, man. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon you, the terrible of the nations. Therefore I will bring strangers upon you, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of your wisdom, and they shall defile your brightness. They shall bring you down to the pit, and you shall die the death of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Will you yet say before him that slays you, I am God? But you shall be a man and no God in the hand of him that slays you. You shall die the death of the uncircumcised by the hand of strangers, for I have spoken it, says the Lord God. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Tyrus again means rock, the king of the rock. Say unto him, thus says the Lord God, you seal up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You have been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. The sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle and gold, the workmanship of your tabrets and of your pipes was prepared in thee in the day that you were created. You are the anointed cherub that covers, and I have set you so. You were upon the holy mountain of God. Holy means set apart. You have walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Bear with this reading, but I'm going to read this, we'll get to it. This is Bible deconstruction if you just tuning in. So let me get through it. Hold on. You have walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. You were perfect in your ways from the day that you were created till iniquity was found in you. All right. So where is it at? Where is it? Let's deconstruct the Bible. Let's go a little bit deep. If you've been here with me, you already know where I've been here before. But for the new people, if it's just one new person in here, let me show you something. All of these attributes that's being described and given to this being, we're talking about a kingdom. Remember that. Always remember, nothing spooky is being described. Everything that's being created, everything that's being spooky is being described. Everything that's being created, everything that's being done is being done from a kingdom, and the kingdom is already in existence at the time of the creation. Being done from a kingdom, and the kingdom is already in existence at the time of the creation narrative. This is revealed in the book of Revelation, things that happen before the creation narrative, like what they call the war in heaven. A lot of people speak on that there was war in heaven. They read it. There was war in heaven, Michael and his angels and Satan and his angels, but they never tell you about what caused it, what caused the war. In the Bible. Show me in the Bible what caused this war. So I'm going to show you in the Bible what caused the war. We're going to read about it in Revelation chapter 8. Before I read to you the contents of Revelation chapter 8, just like I read Ezekiel, I am reading Ezekiel chapter 28. Speech has a sacred meaning and a profane meaning. So a lot of things I say, you have to catch it if you can. Top and bottom. Because I ain't got but one mouth. But I'm going to do my best to help you understand what this 8 is. Because what you're going to read about is a seal being broken. And the number 7 is used. But it's not the amount that you're thinking. It is not an amount. It represents a principle. So 0 is the first number. 0 is the first number. 0 represents number. Zero is the first number. Zero represents the awareness of what cannot be seen, touched, taste, smell, or heard. This is the awareness of the unseen. It's what zero is what it represents. It's the first number, first principle. The first thing is always first, and you always start with the unseen. It is a principle, not an amount. The second symbol, the second sign, is the expression of the awareness of the unseen. Again, it's what you call the one. But it manifests physically as the second number, the witness to the awareness of the unseen. The one. That's you. Zero, one, two. The understanding of the expression of the awareness of the unseen. Zero, one, two, three. The manifestation of the understanding of the awareness, the expression of the awareness of the unseen. We ain't started counting yet. These are principles. How does it manifest? How does it manifest? We're saying the manifestation of the understanding of the expression of the awareness of the unseen. The manifestation is the fourth part, the part that you see. Now you get into where you can physically see, manifesting into physical reality what is unseen, the fourth day of creation, where you start to physically see it. Baby, it was there, you just couldn't see it. You wasn't aware yet. Four corners, tetragrammaton, four letters. How is this manifestation expressed in a body? Five senses, five books. Well, yeah, that's real. That's real. It's how it is expressed in a body, man. All right, well, this manifestation of this in a body, man. All right, well, this manifestation of this understanding of the expression of this awareness of the unseen into a body, that's you. With your five senses. Zero, one, two, three, four, five. Let us on the sixth day. And nobody counting but them. We understand what we looking at though, don't we? On the sixth day. Let us make man in our image, in our image, in our likeness. Here we are. In the image and likeness of mama and daddy. The understanding in our likeness. Here we are. In the image and likeness of mama and daddy. The understanding of this is complete. This being the complete cycle. Complete understanding of who and what you are. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding being complete of you. Leading, coming from, all the way from the unseen. Manifesting as you and you understanding it finally, completely. All right, now that you understand where we at, 8, this is forever. All right, now that you understand where we at, 8, this is forever. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is forever. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The infinity symbol, this is forever. When you see complete understanding, it's always now. That all, you know what always mean? How do this always now manifest in cycles and circles? As you. Forever. How do they forever manifest? What is 8? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What you looking at? 9, a birth, 9 months. That's how forever manifests. Death, burial, and resurrection over and over again. That's what forever look like physically. These are principles. Ain't nobody counting but the imposters. Look at the pictures. How you gonna personify that? You are the personification of this type of light. What would you personify? When they got a hold to your light, that's the pictures and the statues and Tuesday, that's what they did with it. You understood these principles. So here we go, Revelation chapter 8. When he opened the seventh seal, this the second 8. I started Ezekiel 28. Now we're in Revelation, revealing something that happened before creation to show you how it come full circle. It happened before. That's how you know it's before creation to show you how it come full circle. It happened before. That's how you know it's going to happen again. That's how cycles work. When he opened the seventh seal, complete understanding, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. That's beautiful. I like that part. I be liking that part, man. Because the firmament is called heaven. There was silence in heaven for about half an hour. That's beautiful. I like that part. I be liking that part, man. Because the firmament is called heaven. When you get and reach complete understanding, you're going to shut your ass up when you go to the temple. Because you're going to the Most High and there's nothing for you to say. That's where you're going to not have to say nothing. That's the place that you're going to not have to say anything and be understood and overstood. That is the one place in the temple of the Most High. So once you reach complete understanding, you take your ass in there and shut up. And instead of doing the talking, you'll get talked to in the form of revelation and light and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of you. Now, don't get mad at me if you don't like what you see at first. That's because of how you were thinking of you. Now, don't get mad at me if you don't like what you see at first. That's because of how you were taught to see yourself. But you can come out of that seeing life as some type of me if you don't like what you see at first. That's because of how you were taught to see yourself. But you can come out of that seeing life as some type of me if you don't like what you see at first. That's because of how you were taught to see yourself. But you can come out of that seeing life as some type of me if you don't like what you see at first. That's because of how you were taught to see yourself. But you can come out of that seeing life as some type. My check, I said if it start looping, that's the universe saying that I didn't need to hit you one more time. If it paused, that means something that said was just so heavy that you need to marinate on that for a minute. But I also said when it do that, I'm going to step back and let you see the whole, you understand me? So that's what I'm going to do, man. Since it, we got to make sure that we follow all the instruction given. You understand me? Yeah, man, because that just means they want a better look. So that we follow all the instruction given. You understand me? Yeah, man, cause that just mean they want a better look. So this the whole fit. Now I got a beanie coming. That's the same color. Yeah, man, they say people on the side. You understand me? I got a small this time. I went on and got the small, but this, the logo, I think it's pretty fly. I didn't do the patches on the arm on this one because I think it speaks for itself. So you too can be this fly. I say we got stuff. I say we got stuff. And hey man, don't get mad at me because we got stuff. But yeah, man, we got stuff up in here, man. So if you're always looking for you some stuff, you understand me, or you just really understand the cause and us seeking our independence. We not waiting on nobody to give us no reparation. You understand me? Give us. No, man, we gonna create a platform and an avenue for nobody to give us no reparation. You understand me? Give us. No, man, we gonna create a platform and an avenue for those who want to put their money where their mouth is. Hey, man, we gotta wait for you to do that and get you some stuff because we all know how people love stuff. And I think our stuff is nice. I think our stuff is nice. You know what I'm saying? But this our stuff. This is the people. This is the people. This is a group effort. What you seeing, what we got on, what we wearing, it's a group effort. So yeah, we not trying to sell clothes, beat the eyes, shout out to Beat the Eyes, Mac Mall, you understand me? Beat the Eyes is the name of the clothing brand that is pressing up and helping us get our clothes pressed up and the right colors and sizes. So yeah, Mac Mall been walking with us step by step. So I just want to remind y'all as we go through here that yeah, man, we got stuff, man. Our stuff is stitched in and our stuff is nice. I just want to remind y'all as we go through here that yeah, man, we got stuff, man. Our stuff is stitched in and our stuff is nice. So yeah. Back to it though. So Revelation chapter 8, let's reveal some things that your preacher and your pastor didn't reveal to you. Cause he can't. Revelation means to reveal. So this is what kicked off the war. I know I took a real long detour, but that's why you with me, sharing the present with me. Don't get mad at me, cause this how I indulge in my. Yeah. So when he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. You go to the temple. You know you're going to the Most High You. You understand me? You going to the Most High You. The Most High You. You. The Most High You. Who know you better than the Most High You? Where you going to? What you need to say to the Most High You? Once the seventh seal, complete understanding is reached, you gonna go in the temple, and the other side of prayer is what's called meditation. You're gonna go to the temple, but you're gonna go in silence, because you gonna know you don't need to say nothing. Go there to quiet the mind. Whether you're going to see the king, going to see the ancestors, source, whatever it is, it's a place beyond words, where words are not needed. It's a place beyond words, where words are not needed. This is that place here. But let's talk about this kingdom and what kicked this war off in this kingdom before the creation narrative took place. According to the Bible, this is what happened before the creation narrative took place in Revelation chapter 8, if your pastor ain't never told you. Another demonstration of the full circle. When he opened the seventh seal, they were silent, and I saw the seven angels, angel mean messenger, who stand before God with a capital G. That mean they talking about who they call the Most High God. And to them were given 7 trumpets. Another angel, another messenger, who had a golden censer, came and stood at the altar. He was given much incense to offer, and stood at the altar. He was given much incense to offer with the prayers of all the saints on the golden altar before the throne. The smoke of the incense together with the prayers of the saints went up before God from the angel's hand. I'm going to pause and help the Christians and the believers understand what's being described to you so that you can better understand Ezekiel 28 and who's being described. This angel, this messenger, had a job and a position within the kingdom. And his job was to take the prayers and the praise and the supplication of the saints of the kingdom and present them to the Most High. Because the way this kingdom operate, the king is sovereign and the king's business get handled. So the king is not going them to the Most High. Because the way this kingdom operate, the king is sovereign and the king's business get handled. So the king is not going to collect nothing, not even the king's praise. So the king sent one of his sons to collect his praise. This is the son that's being described. This is the one that was sent to collect the praise and the prayers and the supplications and present it to God. We talking about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, and your conscious mind being this angel before your what's called ego death, to despookify it for you. Because it's going on in the king's dome. The glorified but deceived you. So this angel job, do you understand? Was in your mind, you talking about how you view the Most High God. Angel job, do you understand? Was in your mind, you talking about how you view the Most High God, and God, you go to falling out and spinning around on the floor, right? It's angel's job was to present the prayers and the praise from his hand in the presence of God. Boom, right there. You was right here with me. My right hand God. My son that I sent to collect my praise. Out of all my sons, you the one I gave the job of collecting prayers and praise and supplication and bringing it to me. So your conscious mind is what you pray through. And you take it, where it's being taken is to your subconscious. That's where the answers are going to come from. The Most High. It's in a place of deep darkness, and I will give you the treasures of darkness. Take our time. So he got a position, and the way that he looked reflect his position. His presence, he dripped and draped in gold and diamonds. The best of the best. Because he's coming to collect the prayers and the praise and the supplications. But because of his beauty, because of his position, his wisdom, well, let's see what happened. Then the angel took them. Well, let's see what happened. Then the angel took the censer, filled it with fire, from the altar. This is huge. Christians, this is huge. This is profaning the place of worship. This is huge. This is profaning the place of worship where you bring your offerings and make this is to profane that space. What else did he do? Because this is the temple, where the altar is. And it's something that you're going to put on this altar. But first we got to deal with it being profane. What happened? And hurled it, took the censer, filled it with fire from the altar and hurled it on the earth. And there came peals of thunder, rumblings, flashes of lightning, and an earthquake. So this is something that this angel was not to do. And these are the responses. These are examples of power. The word God means the powers. So when we deal with powers in this realm and the manifestation of power, we see earthquakes, thunder, flashes of lightning. Dealing with Odin and Thor, God of thunder. These. Oh man, we finna go there today, man. You say it's Tuesday. Day is. Make sure you get a picture of him. Make sure you see who you venerate. Hold on, let me show you something else. This same angel that wasn't supposed to do that. Now, as Christians, I gotta help y'all understand something. The angel that did this, that had this position, is what's being spoken about in Ezekiel. In chapter 28, it's him. Now he manifests. He got a manifestation here. This is the part that you're not gonna like. You call him Jesus. This is the part that you're not gonna like. You call him Jesus. Let me show you something. Before I go back to Ezekiel 28, because the Ezekiel 28 are all the attributes that the Christians have given to Jesus. But let's look at something else before we go there. Let's go to Revelation chapter 10. Let's look at something. Your pastor and the preachers, I remember hearing the pastor and preacher teach on Revelation chapter 10 like it was a good thing. Bless his heart. But Revelation chapter 10 and what's described in Revelation chapter 10, not only is it not good, I'm not saying it's based on my opinion. I'm saying it's based on what the Bible calls these events. And when you read it in Revelation chapter 8, at the very end, verse 13, just so happen Revelation chapter 8 have 13 verses. Chapter 8 have 13 verses. Chapter 8 have 13 verses. Jacob had 13 children. 12 sons, 1 daughter. Her name was Dinah. Dinah is the female version of Dan. It means judgment. But daughter mean understanding. It's why the shepherds was running the daughters of Ruel away from watering their flock. You know the shepherds. It looked like one of them. You got a shepherd that yeah, man, let me pause. So Revelation chapter 10, then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven. Messenger come down. I always understand the end is up. So come down is to come out. Then I saw another mighty angel, not just angel. Do you understand that the word God means the mighty ones? El is the singular form of Elohim. El is mighty. A mighty angel. This was among the Elohim. There was a war among the Elohim. There was a war in heaven. This is a kingdom. A kingdom is a family line. It's a lineage. Understand what's being described to you. Come out of spook land with me. I know I showed you the higher meaning of subconscious and conscious mind, but this is why I said it's 28, 28. You got to catch it if you can. Everybody, a kingdom is a government. It is a body. Everybody operate the same way. One body to the next body. The law, when you say law, that's the 5 books of the Torah, because the body is governed by the 5 physical senses. So yeah, I ain't got but one mouth though. So this is the type of level of understanding though that is coming. Look, then I saw another mighty angel coming down from heaven. He was robed in a cloud with a rainbow above his face, above his head. His face was like the sun, and his legs were like fiery pillars. Now, this being that they called the Lord God in the Bible, they follow him in a cloud by day, in a pillar of fire at night. Now, they talking about the sun that's robed in clouds during the day, clouds in front of it, and a pillar of fire across the water that strip of light across this pillar of fire at night. Sun worship in the sky, sun worship in the dark. It's how you worship the sun in the dark. Catch it if you can. In ignorance. So because this is what they worshiping, he said, I'm going to put my bow in the sky because it's the dragon or the serpent that spewed from his mouth water like a flood to overtake the woman. But it is the dragon or the serpent who the world, through the lineage of Adam, called the Lord. Through the lineage of Adam, called the Lord. And they say that the Lord is their God. This is him. After the war, coming down. He still got his beauty. Sun worship. The sun. But they talking about the personification of the sun. Not necessarily the celestial body. We in the spiritual realm. It's just using these symbols and terms to describe it. But we still here. We always here, and it's always now. I don't care how spooky they try to make it or who they personify. Here and now. Won't change a thing. So check him out. This how deep we going. Y'all know I've been on it for a minute, but it's just on me to share it with you and look good while I share it. Don't get mad at me because I look good while I share this stuff. You too can look this good if you come get you some stuff from us. So here it is. His face was like the sun. I'm gonna put my bow in the sky. He got a robe like a cloud, and this is who they was dealing with. This is who they saw, the children of Israel. When they saw God in Exodus, Moses, Nadab, and Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel went up, and they saw God. They ate and drank, and God did not lay a hand on him. They saw God, and they ate and drank. And under his feet, his face was like the sun. Under his feet, it was like pure sapphire, clear as the sky itself. Sapphire blue, sky blue. They just describing it in poetic. Sapphire blue, sky blue. They just describing it in poetic terms. Around there, them celestial bodies, that's your sky gods. You just didn't know that the sky was below you because you didn't know which way up was. Because your pastor and all his teaching and preaching, he never taught you which way up was. And that's sad. That's sad. That might be why you run sad. That's sad. That might be why you run around here talking about talking snakes, though. That might be why. You don't know which way up here. And you sound like it. You sound like you don't know which way up here when you stand in front of people talking about talking snakes. Let me read this book, man. Yeah, man, he was holding a little scroll. So they got the little scroll on the mountaintop. Remember Moses and them at the mountain and they heard a trumpet blast. Let me show you what the trumpet blast was that they heard on the mountain, because y'all be selling. Remember Moses and them at the mountain and they heard a trumpet blast. Let me show you what the trumpet blast was that they heard on the mountain, because y'all be celebrating shit because you just be in the dark about what it really means. Revelation chapter 8, verse 13, as I watched, I heard an eagle that was flying in midair call out in a loud voice saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. That means bad, bad, awful, awful, terrible, terrible, terrible. To the inhabitants of the earth, because of the trumpet blast about to be sounded by the other three angels. So the fifth angel sounded. And then when the fifth angel sounded, this is what happened in chapter 10. This is one of the woes. All you had to do was, all the context you're always hollering about, you engage it and read the prior. To do was, all the context you're always hollering about, you engage it and read the prior. And you'll see that when anything that's happening after these particular trumpet blasts, anything that's happening is not good. Matter of fact, it's considered very, very, very bad. And we would agree that the people worshiping such an image, with legs like a fiery pillar and robed in the cloud, face like the sun, he got rainbow in his head, and people start worshiping that. That would be a woeful thing, would it not? To forget who they are and where the kingdom is and where they come from and all this knowledge of the unseen, and start worshiping images and personification of things that are literally below them. Because the pastor didn't teach them which way up was. That's why they be wanting to ban my live. It ain't because I be talking shit. It's because I say stuff like this and they can't stand it. And I just like to point it out and remind them that I'm shit. It's because I say stuff like this and they can't stand it. And I just like to point it out and remind them that I'm not going to stop. Somebody will let me go live from their page. Somebody. We'll take our time, make sure we put this out on the regular, because a lot of Christians are just now learning this stuff about the Bible. This is their first time actually learning something about this book. So I'm going to read some more for the people that's actually here to learn. And we'll see if somebody in there trying to argue with their whole heart and all they might in a minute. I'm ignoring you right now if you are. You deserve to be ignored. You should be ignored right now. And we'll get to you when we feel like it. But now we will not make you a priority in this space. So yeah, whoa, whoa, whoa. So what's being described in Revelation chapter 10 is a very awful thing. What is this very awful thing? This mighty angel coming down from heaven. Because that's not where he's supposed to be. Is it? Now let's see what he's doing. Because he's already out of place, out of pocket. But he's beautiful. Face like the sun, rainbow. He got to be good. Say a mighty angel. And we all know, we know what good is. You can tell just by just understanding all the people and places we've been through and with in our life, that we are the officials of what right or wrong and good and evil is. Can't you tell by the pictures? If anybody know what right or wrong, good and evil is, it's Roman scholars and translators. Right? Yeah, man. We ain't worried about damn one of you scholars. Your scholars really can't keep up with us. That's why they have to use so many words to describe their frivolous thoughts. We can condense all that bullshit down to a couple sentences and be fly saying it. Cause that's what smart is when you can condense that shit down. But hey man, right on. Smart dummies is my favorite. I love the smart dummies. We gonna find, I'm pretty sure it might be a smart dummy in here, but we gonna catch one of them in here. We'll have some fun with you with just basic stuff. We not even gonna let you get in all in the Corinthians and Colossians. We just gonna have fun with you on basics, just for kicks. But yeah, man, here we go, man. Let me help you understand what you done got yourself into. So he got legs like fiery pillars. Just so happened that's who the Israelites would follow he fit the description. And what we're dealing with is an imposter that want to present himself as in the place of the most fit the description. And what we're dealing with is an imposter that want to present himself as in the place of the Most High God. This is who Ezekiel chapter 28 is talking about. But because of his beauty, this is a beautiful, mighty angel being described. But he's not in this place. He done came down from where he's supposed to be. Since you left your station, you're going to be held in chains in a pit. Yeah, let's go deep. He was holding a little scroll which lay open in his hand. What is this little scroll that lay open in his hand? It's a two-way street. So if he's taking the prayers and the supplications to the Most High, then he's bringing the response back to, that's his job. Back to, that's his job. He's the go-between, the mediator. He's the one anointed to do it. That's what Ezekiel 28 say, you were anointed. This is what his job is. He's going back and forth. He could go in and out. Now you can't go in and out no more. You can go up and down, to and fro, but you can't go in and out no more. Because in is up. And this the mighty angel that came down. When do he get to come? On that day, that special appointed day, when the sons of God present themselves to the Most High, that day. But what is day? Light. That's what day is. In the light, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of who and what you really are. That's the only light you is. In the light, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of who and what you really are. That's the only light you can present yourself to me in. With everybody else, you get to roll with the cloud and the rainbow. But bitch, when you come in front of me, all you gonna appear to be and show up as is the hater that you always were. That's what's being. Oh man. Say y'all catching. So when you go look at Job mean persecution. It's talking about all the persecution you gonna face under the sun. Where you being going back and forth, up and down the path of the sun. And those under the sun. And the persecution. We talking about the personification of the sun and the system it represents. He got this little scroll because he come back with the response. And his response, see, the supplication is what the Christians, this gonna blow your minds, Christians, right here. Listen, watch this blow your mind. See, the prayers and supplication of the saints, Christians, hear me well, it include right or wrong. See, the saints are going to the Most High in the form of supplication and prayers for the Most High to determine for them right or wrong. That's what they waiting on the response. They waiting on for the Most High to show them what right or wrong is in the form of a prayer and a supplication. Because right or wrong, that decision is a prayer and a supplication. And all prayer, all praise, supplication is due to the Most High, not Tuesday, not Thor, not Odin. And the Most High is within you. Supplication is due to the Most High, not Tuesday, not Thor, not Odin. And the Most High is within you. But this one took the praise and the supplication and threw it out. Look at the picture. Out is down. Through the prayers and the praise and the supplication and threw it out. So when you want to know right from wrong, where you were going to the Most High, you go to one of your gods or one of your books. He got a little scroll with him. And what's in his little scroll, Christians, is the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. What he could do with it. He was the one that was trusted to bring back the answer from the Most High. I don't need to take this to the Most High. The Most High don't even need to get the. I'm gonna decide what right or wrong is. I'll make that decision for you. I got knowledge. I know what he gonna say. I seen every time, but the back and forth. Every time somebody come with something like this, it's always the same response. The response don't never change. It's always the same. So I'm gonna take my knowledge of this from the position that I had, and I'm gonna make the call. Because I got knowledge of it. But it ain't your knowledge, and it don't come from you. And they were not seeking it from you. So the only way that you're gonna go about doing this is either by deception or by force. So let's keep reading Revelation chapter 10. So the only way that you're gonna go about doing this is either by deception or by force. So let's keep reading Revelation chapter 10 and see which route was gonna be taken. He said he was holding a little scroll. He planted his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land. And he gave a loud shout. That's why it's a pillar of fire by day. I mean, at night that they follow. And the cloud by day. Check him out, though, y'all. I'm finna go in a little bit. He planted his right foot on the sea and his left foot on the land, and he gave a loud shout like the roar of a lion. When he shouted, the voices of the seven thunders spoke. And when the seven thunders spoke complete power, I was about to write, but. And when the seven thunders spoke complete power, I was about to write, but I heard a voice from heaven say, seal up what the seven thunders have said and do not write it. About to write, but I heard a voice from heaven say, seal up what the seven thunders have said and do not write it down. That's the most important part. You not gonna get it from nothing written down. It gotta be revealed. It must be revealed from the kingdom. That's the only way you gonna get the understanding. He put one foot on the land and one foot on the sea. He roared like a lion, Satan like a lion, seeking souls to devour. Lion of the tribe of Judah. You got the real Judah and you got the fake Judah. You got the real you and you got the imposter you. Look at the pictures. The real gods and the imposter gods. Look at the pictures. When a lion roars he's roaring over his prey. He's making the claim. This mighty angel, this El, this God, is making a claim of the sea and the earth, roaring like a lion roars over the prey to say, this is mine, stay away. But it ain't yours. Guess who this belonged to? You. Let us make man in our image and our likeness and let them rule. Let them have dominion. Not to the mighty angel that came down. That's not who have authority. Not your book. That's not what have authority. Here. According to your own book, you say we have authority here. But this mighty angel, that's why it's considered a woeful thing that's happening, is making a claim with his little book and his lion roar, how he's going to be perceived as a lion, some type of lion. Are you worshiping and praising somebody, some type of lion? I'm a Leo. What do that mean? Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means when you say I'm Leo sun, Aries moon, Taurus ascendant? Leo sun, Aries moon, Taurus ascendant. It's me. The ascendant is what people perceive, what they look at, what you look like to the physical eye. Because I'm coming from God level with this level of understanding and perception. What people see when they look at me is my sun. My sun is a Taurus. That's his sun sign. My ascendant sign. This is God level conversation. It's not for the indoctrinated. Go away. But yeah, so when I greet my son and I speak to my son, I say, peace, God. That's how I greet my son. So because this vacancy, this place needed, because this angel right here done came down, he's still beautiful. And now he just going, I'm continuing with the rebellion. I rebelled when I was in the kingdom. I got kicked out. Down, he's still beautiful. And now he just going, I'm continuing with the rebellion. I rebelled when I was in the kingdom. I got kicked out. I threw the praise down. I came down and I'm still roaring. I'm still in rebellion. So who we gonna get to replace this position? Who we gonna send to collect our praise? Who we gonna send to collect the praise of the Most High? My oldest boy done tripped out. So we decided that we was gonna send the baby boy. We say we was gonna send the baby boy for this reason. See, the oldest boy, he got so full of himself and his position, and he knew his position, and he was getting exposed to a lot of game, and he getting rich off the game, diamonds and jewelry dripping off of him, and he started feeling like it was his decision, his life. And the praise that he was collecting for me, I'm just speaking in that term, but he started feeling like that was his life. And the praise that he was collecting for me, I'm just speaking in that term. But he started feeling like that was supposed to be, like it all wasn't supposed to come to me. But it's mine that you collecting for me. So if we send a baby boy, see, baby boy not even going to be conscious or aware of what it is that he's being sent to collect or the true value. He's gonna have no. He's just a newly weaned between being sent to collect or the true value He's gonna have no. He's just a newly weaned by between the ages being sent to collect or the true value. He's gonna have no. He's just a newly weaned by between the ages being sent to collect or the true value. He's gonna have no. He's just a newly weaned by between the ages.
It's just time to pause another commercial break. So this is the People's Brand. Mic check. This is the People's Brand, man. This is what we rocking. Let me move this chair back, and so you can witness the fly. You need to witness this flyness in here, because it's really real. This is a smile I got on, trying to work on which side I like the best. But hold on. I'm not really a bald cap guy, but I do have a beanie that's on the way. I want you to see the people on the list. So this is the People's Brand, the People's Lie. This is the People's Lie. And we are setting up the People's Store. So this is how we rocking, this is how we coming with the People's Brand. Just so you can get a look of the whole thing, you understand me? Time for another quick but this us, man. We wearing our own clothes. Digging in our own nose. We do not need you to come digging our nose for us, man. Listen, so back to it. Yeah, I'm not a bald cap guy, man, but my beanie is in the shop right now getting the people logo put on it. Once I get him out the shop, we be back rolling. Oh yeah, so what I was telling you is the baby boy. So baby boy not gonna be conscious of what it is he's sent to collect or carry it back. He's not gonna know. He's gonna be newly weaned between the ages of 3 and 4 years old. So this is why the light is sent out into the firmament on the 4th day, on the first half of the 4th day, or 3.5. So this is what 3.5 is actually the beginning of the 4th day. So around the age of 3.5, 4 years old, a child is said to be weaned. He can speak and he can say, I'm hungry, I need to use the bathroom. And now you can go be around your dad and do what your daddy do. But baby boy, he gonna go with the attitude, you know how you say this, to fulfill the scripture, you gotta come like a child. So baby boy, he gonna be sent to do this and collect his praise and bring it back to mama and daddy. But the difference between him and his big brother is he gonna be happy to do it, just to do it, like babies are. Send a baby to go get it, they run to get it, tripping and falling. This is the attitude that you go about it in. Go get mama key. Go bring mama shoe. Here they come. They coming, they gonna bring it. And they gonna drag it across the floor if they got to with all their might. And they just happy to do it. This is the attitude. This is the spirit, the energy that you approach in. Willing, happy to be called. Mama called me to do it. And get out, mama, I'm doing it. That type of approach. This is why we send the baby boy. Because of his lack of knowledge. Because your knowledge, your great wisdom corrupted you. This game you got exposed to, Ham uncovered his father's nakedness. It corrupted you when you got a hold to it. The power that came with it. It corrupted you. Y'all understand what's being said, what's being described? This is why it's considered a woeful thing. And now he down here out of place, and he say he rose one hand up. Then the angel I had seen standing on the sea and on the land raised his right hand to heaven and said, and he swore by him who lives forever and ever, who created the heavens and all that is in them, the earth and all that is in it, and the sea and all that is in it, and said, there will be no more delay.
But in the days when the seventh angel is about to sound, I'm going to the King James, cause the New International Version changed a lot of the words in it, and I want to read how this King James said. It might be a reason why they changed the words. Who knows? Yeah. It might be a reason why. Let's see. Do I got it? Damn, y'all think I done tore it out the damn book. I gotta read it out the New International. I got to. But the King James Version say, let there be time no longer. It's a reason why they changed that word time to delay. There will be no more delay, but in the days when the seventh angel is about to sound his trumpet, the mystery of God will be accomplished, just as he announced to his servants, the prophets. Then the voice that I had heard, so what happened? Well, the seventh angel sounded his trumpet, and all that took place on the mountain in Exodus. Let me read it, because somebody sitting here right now listening saying, now you're gonna have to show me that. Because I ain't just finna accept that the seventh trumpet was in no damn Exodus. I'm not accepting this, so show me that in the book, sir, please, right now. So, okay, I'll show you. Come with me to Exodus. No, we're gonna go Exodus chapter 19. We're gonna look at verse 16. Now, it say in the days before the seventh trumpet, the mystery was gonna be revealed. In the days before the seventh trumpet, the mystery is gonna be revealed. What happened in the days before what I'm about to read to you? Well, I'm gonna show you. We just do spook to find it. Let me tuck my hair off my neck in the side of my face because I'm hot. Heating up in here, y'all. On the morning of the third day, there was thunder and lightning with a thick cloud over the mountain and a very loud trumpet blast. Everyone in the camp trembled. Then Moses led the people out of the camp to meet with God. And they stood at the foot of the mountain. Mount Sinai was covered with smoke because the Lord descended on it in fire. The smoke billowed up from it like smoke from a furnace, and the whole mountain trembled violently, and the sound of the trumpet grew louder and louder. Then Moses spoke, and the voice of God answered him. The very next verse say, the Lord descended to the top of Mount Sinai and called Moses to the top of the mountain. But let me pause. This trumpet blast, it's not the people in the camp that's blowing this trumpet. The trumpet blast they hearing is the same trumpet blast that's described in the book of Revelation. They're saying, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. It's the same trumpet blast that's described in the book of Revelation. They're saying, woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth for the trumpet blast that's about to be sounded. That's what's happening. Check this out. After the trumpet blast, they leave the mountain, they get the commandments. They make the Lord, the one that descended on them on the mountain in fire, they make this being their God. Officially. He officially become the God of the children of Israel. The trumpet children of Israel. The trumpet blast lets you know that what's happening here is not a good thing. The trumpet blast wasn't a trumpet blast of celebration. The trumpet blast wasn't a trumpet blast of celebration. That trumpet blast represented a warning. Well, what was the mystery that happened before this trumpet blast? So the mystery that was revealed is this. In the days leading up to them getting this visit on the mountaintop, Exodus chapter 18 show you the mystery being revealed. Jethro. Let's read it. Now Jethro, the priest of Midian and father-in-law of Moses, heard of everything God had done for Moses and for his people Israel, and how the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. After Moses had sent away his wife Zipporah, his father-in-law Jethro received her and her 2 sons. Hold on. One son was named Gershom, for Moses said, I have become an alien in a foreign land. Midian means strife. So the state of mind, the state of being that he who was drawn from water was in at the time of the narrative was a place of strife or bitterness, because he was on the run from Pharaoh, and Pharaoh, the police. So he was in a state or place of bitterness as far as his state. And there he met a priest named Jethro or Ruel, who had 7 daughters. 7 daughters that he have mean complete understanding. And he gave Moses, one of his daughters, some understanding. After he gave Moses this daughter, Moses became a shepherd of Jethro's flock. While shepherding Jethro's flock, Moses had the vision of the burning bush. He saw the burning bush. But this was after meeting Ruel, getting his daughter, and becoming a shepherd of Jethro's flock. This is a teaching. Moses got some understanding and learning about who he was from Jethro. So let me make it plain for the believers. When Moses left Egypt thinking and looking at the world and acting like an Egyptian. So much so that in the narrative, Ruel's daughters saw him as an Egyptian. When he met Jethro or Ruel is a priest. The priesthood is always bloodline. It's a family thing. Jethro or Ruel knows his family. He knows who his family is. He knows what his family is and how far they go back, because he's the priest. He's the continuation of his family's beliefs in Midian, where Moses is in his strife. And because Jethro or Ruel has this understanding of his lineage, he's able to tell Moses, you ain't no damn Egyptian, and them ain't your gods. Look at the picture. Ruel or Jethro, that just means friend of God, because what he is a friend, an old family friend of his ancestors. See, Ruel is going to tell Moses, yeah, see, I know about your ancestors. Matter of fact, I got some old records in here when my people used to deal with your people. This is who you come from. When Moses get to chopping it up with Ruel and go to learn and then get taught from that's the daughter, the understanding he received, that's when he see the bush. After meeting Ruel, Jethro, bam, you get the bush episode. Now the second time he's gonna meet with Jethro in Exodus chapter 18, watch what's gonna happen in Exodus chapter 19. The mystery is being revealed before the sounding of this. It's sealed. It's sealed. It ain't wrote down. It gotta be revealed. All right. So he's telling you, he say, listen what he's telling. I have become an alien in a foreign land, and the other was named Eliezer. For he said, my father's God was my helper. He saved me from the sword of Pharaoh, or the slave master. What is the sword? The tongue, the lying tongue, the lying forked tongue of the slave master, who you are a God to. Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, together with Moses' son and wife, came to him in the desert, where he was camped near the mountain of God. Jethro had sent word to him, I, your father-in-law, Jethro, am coming to you with your wife and her 2 sons. Mm-hmm. So Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and bowed down and kissed him. In the days leading up to the sounding of the 7th trumpet, the mystery of God will be revealed. So Moses went out to meet his father-in-law and bowed down and kissed him. They greeted each other and then went into the tent. This is a custom that come from somewhere. This is an ancient custom that come from somewhere. So Moses told his father-in-law about everything the Lord, the I Am, had done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel, he who struggles with the mighty one. Israel means to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel, he who struggles with the mighty one. Israel means he who struggles with the mighty one. You remember the mighty angel that came down before the creation narrative? Fill the earth and subdue it. It implied a struggle before it even started. Just revealing to you the mighty ones that you're going to be struggling with, the personification of these celestial bodies that you're going to be struggling with. So, had done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for Israel's sake, and about all the hardships they had met along the way, and how the Lord, the I Am, had saved them. Jethro was delighted to hear about all the good things the Lord had done for Israel and rescuing them from the hand of the Egyptians. He said, praise be to the Lord who rescued you from the hand of the Egyptians and of Pharaoh. Praise be to the I Am, the You, who rescued you from the hand of the Egyptians and of Pharaoh, and who rescued the people from the hand of the Egyptians, place of bondage. Now I know that the Lord is greater. Now I know that the I Am is greater than all other gods. Now I know that the I Am, the You, is greater than all other gods. For he did this to those who had treated Israel arrogantly. Then Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, brought a burnt offering and other sacrifices to God. And Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to eat bread with Moses' father-in-law in the presence of God. Because Jethro is a priest, the high priest of Midian. And as of yet, in the narrative, ain't no law yet. They ain't gotten the law. So for the Bible geeks. The next day, Moses took his seat to serve as judge for the people. These are the days leading up to the sounding of the seventh trumpet. Took his seat to serve as judge for the people. And they stood around him from morning till evening. When his father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he said, "What is this?" Around him from morning till evening. When his father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he said, "What is this you are doing for the people? Why do you alone sit as judge, while all these people stand around you from morning till evening?" Who like that type of treatment? Stars. Moses answered him, "Because the people come to me to seek God's will. Whenever they have a dispute, it is brought to me, and I decide between the parties and inform them of God's decrees and laws." Ain't no law been given yet. That's not until the next verse. So the law and decrees that is coming to the people, to this body, is being done by Moses and Moses alone. The mystery is going to be revealed. So this body of people already had decrees and laws that they was getting from God by way of Moses, and Aaron is his prophet, and they represent Aaron and his sons, and they lineage represent the priesthood. This is the law. It's firm. It's firm. This is how they do it. It's set in stone. The firmament is called heaven. It's not called good until there's some light in it. But it is called heaven. Not called good until there's some light in it. But it is called heaven. So this is what they standing on right here. This is the order of things. This is how they govern the body at this time. Now here go Jethro. Moses' father-in-law replied, father-in-law. Because the first time we dealt with him as the high priest. But this time we're going to deal with him as a father-in-law that's already exists and already in place among Moses and these people. They already got a law. But let's keep going. What you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone. Listen now to me, and I will give you some advice, and may God be with you. You must be the people's representative before God and bring their disputes to him. Remember the position that had to be filled. Because the angel took the golden censer and threw, and his job was to take the prayers and supplication of the saints and bring it. And once he threw it down, came down. Now he making his claim, but the position still need to be filled. And he who was drawn from water, Moses, we gonna take our time, because Moses don't yet know. He got it. He been to the burning bush after he met Jethro. Jethro gave some understanding. He know who I am. He getting it, but now it's gonna come together and be put in order. Because it's the lights in the firmament that's made the firmament good, because it's the lights in the firmament that set the firmament in order. The light is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that he keep getting from Jethro. And when he get it, and then bam, in his mind, we'll take our time. Listen now to me. You must be the people. Teach them the decrees and laws, and show them the way to live and the duties they are to perform. But select capable men from all the people, men who fear God, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds,